Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to spend a little time with me. I always appreciate that, guys. And I do apologize that what you're looking at, guys, is a still shot, of a shot that I took at Heinz Field. Because, guys, I'm out of town. I'm not able to do my normal setup. So you're just going to have to listen to me today. All right. Now, I will try not to hold you too long, guys. I'm basically just going to give, my thoughts on what we need to do going into this week. We got the Kansas City Chiefs coming to Heinz Field, Sunday Night Football, prime time, which the Steelers usually love. We got Le'Veon Bell coming back, so this should be, a pretty good game. They're 2-1, we're 2-1, so I'll talk a little bit about that real quick. And just, a real quick recap of last week, guys. I put up an impromptu video giving my reactions in regards to the blowout that we were handed by the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, they just beat us in all areas of the game. Plain and simple. Our offense couldn't do nothing against their defense. Their defense was playing outstanding. They was playing our guys, man coverage, zone coverage. It didn't matter. They just seemed to have Ben's number. I don't know what was going on with Big Ben that day. It is what it is. Everybody has a bad game, but the team collectively had a bad game. Antonio Brown had 12 receptions for 140 yards, but it meant nothing. It meant nothing at the end of the day because we lost 34-3. If I'm not mistaken, it was the worst loss, by a Mike Tomlin-led team. But even saying that, everybody has their day. Everybody has a bad loss. It's going to happen. You remember a few years ago when the Chiefs blew out the Patriots. It just happens. Who would have thought that Buffalo would have beat Arizona the way they did, this past weekend? But it is what it is. No excuse from us, guys. Like I said, they stopped the run. We couldn't do really nothing downfield. They got pressure on us. Defensively, we could get no pressure on them. We couldn't stop the run when they decided to run. It's just a terrible game. No excuses. Now, I will say there were some guys who got banged up. Timmons went down. Shazier was in and out. Robert Golden goes down. We lost some starters, right? We got guys playing in starting roles or getting a lot of significant time who are young. Our defense is still unproven, and I've been saying that. You guys have heard me say that in these episodes so far. I'm not sure exactly what kind of team we have. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. It's week 3. I think, in my opinion, it takes a little while before you notice, what type of team you really have. I think, week 6, week 7, around that time is when you really know what type of team you're working with. So we'll see. From what I'm seeing from our Steelers, guys, I see that they got some potential, but they're going to have to prove it. I definitely feel like offensively, we're going to be able to get some things going. We're going to be able to get back into our groove. But the defense is where I still have my eye. You got Artie Burns playing a lot of time. You got Sean Davis playing a lot of time. Javon Hargrave. These guys are young guys. And even without those guys, you still have other guys that, are guys who are normally not starters, that are playing or stepping up and having to play. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't know. I just don't know what team we got. But I tell you what we better do. Come Sunday night, we better figure it out. What we need to do with with the Chiefs, guys, we need to get our run game back going. We get Bell back. Now, you have to take this in consideration as well. Bell hasn't had any contact in a while now, since that preseason game he played in, which he fumbled in, which is something that he normally doesn't do. So we can't expect that he'll just come right out and he'll just be, the Le'Veon Bell that we all know and love. He could be. I'm not saying that he won't be. I'm just saying don't be surprised if, he's working his way back into the game as well. You have to look at that. All right. But what we must do, we must give Ben some time. There were some plays against the Eagles that he had time and he was just missing throws. Let's call it what it is. It was sometimes that Ben was just forcing stuff. It was almost like he was forcing it, forcing things to Antonio Brown and, I don't know, man. It just seemed like something won't right. Something about what they were doing defensively just wasn't sitting right with Ben. It's almost like they was in his head. Like I said, everybody has bad games, but I just didn't like the way he was looking. The offensive line was getting dominated. I mean, the Eagles weren't even blitzing. You know, they may have blitzed a couple times, but for the most part, their front four was getting the pressure. Which on our side of the ball, we don't do that. You know, our front is not getting any type of pressure. You know, y'all know how our team works. You know, we get pressure from linebackers. We get edge rushers going. But our front usually doesn't get any pressure. And then, you know, we're still running zone plays, I noticed, where there's only 3 guys coming. That's not working. So what we need to do, man, against these Chiefs is we definitely need to try to make them one-dimensional, number one. Stop the run the best way we can. Let's get back to doing that. Because so far up until the Eagles game, we were doing pretty good with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, we definitely got to get back to that. Make them one-dimensional. Make Alex Smith have to beat us. And then we just got to contain them. You know, we're definitely going to have to watch out for guys like Kelsey. You know, tight ends seem to be kryptonite to our defense. So we definitely need to focus on stopping that. But, you know, from what I've seen from the Chiefs this year, you know, they look beatable. They look like a team that the Steelers should be able to win at home on primetime television. You know what I mean? We should be able to get ourselves back together. And another thing I will say as well, guys, again, it's only week 3. You know, so we got blown out by the Eagles. It is what it is. You're going to take your lumps. But we're sitting at 2-1, which is still a pretty solid record. If we could get this win and go to 3-1, you know, we're doing pretty good. You know, then we got the Jets coming up, and, you know, we got a pretty decent stretch coming up. We got the Patriots coming in a few more weeks after that. So we need to start putting these wins together right now. You know, this is a very important run. So we're going to see, guys. And like I said, as you guys are looking at this image here, it goes down at Heinz Field Sunday night. We need to come back on prime time and show what we really made of, what we're capable of. So I hope everybody has a good week of practice. We'll see what happens in terms of injuries. You know, I'm not really sure exactly, you know, what the extent of the injuries are, you know, like Timmons and Golden. So we'll find that out. But whoever has to play has got to be next man up. You know, if that means Sean Davis is going to have to play more strong safety, then that's just what it is. You know, he's more comfortable at safety. So we'll see. You know, I know if Timmons is out, you know, of course we'll have, you know, guys like Vince Williams, who I definitely have confidence in. You know, of course, Shazier, you know, hopefully he'll get himself back, you know, to 100%. And we'll see what happens, guys. So that's about all I got, man. Like I said, man, you know, I apologize that I'm not in my normal environment. I can't really do the video, you know, quality-wise the way I want to do it. So this is just me you know, reflecting on what needs to be done. You know, we need to get ourselves back together and go out here and get this victory. But I'm a little disgusted with the team right now, man. But like I said, you know, just keeping it real and honest, you know, I don't know. I don't know what kind of team we got yet, you know, and this is the last thing I will say. I think a lot of people have too high of expectation, you know, thinking that the Steelers are going to be this dominant team and blow everybody out. We don't know that yet. We definitely don't know that defensively. And we got exposed on this past Sunday. The Eagles very much so exposed us. So we'll see. So, you know, I got confidence in Tomlin and you know, Keith Butler and all the other coaches that'll get things going, you know, hopefully Haley. So we'll see, guys. But that's all I got for you. We'll see what happens this coming week. And in the meantime, guys, let's sit back and see what we can do. Here we go, Steelers. So, all right, guys, I'll be back at you guys next week, hopefully with a victory. Peace.
Hold up. Wait. Before you go, hit that sub box. Make sure you subscribe. Come back around for more content. And don't forget to leave your thoughts, leave your comments, and I promise it'll never hurt you to hit that like button. Another announcement real quick, guys. Sim Standard Radio has now moved here to YouTube via Google Hangout. Come check us out right here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, that's all I got for you. Okay, bye. Go ahead, get out of here.